So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down.
Going for it on fourth. Here's Hell. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson.
Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Now they go play action with Howell.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Howell, another throw on 2nd down.
Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, 27 yards.
And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
A nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
On the counter, Gibson.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
They'll run with Robinson.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
This time they'll throw it with Howell.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Thomas. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Howell, 3rd and goal. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Olszewski now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard. As he's dropped at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2.
They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Cameron.